How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we are doing Attack on Titan. This is episode number 8 of season 1, which is called I Can Hear His Heartbeat, which is the fourth part to this Battle for Trost arc that we're currently intertwined with. And last week, nothing big happened, did it? Like, we didn't have a rogue Titan show up and beat the crap out of other Titans that were in the range of Mikasa. And we're currently not speculating that's Eren whatsoever. Yeah, last episode was a doozy of an episode because we didn't just have that going on, but we had we focused on the scouts, and they were considering taking, well, some even did take their own life, because that fate is a lot better than being eaten alive by a Titan. So yeah, we had people feeling hopeless, and it was a really heartbreaking scene to go into, wasn't it? So yeah, as well as Mikasa being told that Eren perished by Armin, and obviously she was hurt by this, but she was not letting grief get in the way. She was putting on that energy, she was putting on the adrenaline, and she prioritized that, even though her thought about losing Eren was intertwined in that mindset, and it did cost her clarity, as Armin pointed out. And then she confronted Smiley McGee, that Titan who I'm just loving to bully at the minute. She confronted that, and she thought she was going to suffer, but then her body reacted, because this is not what Eren would want. And lo and behold, she was saved by a rogue Titan who, like I said, we are currently, I'm currently theorizing it's Eren because of what I said in the last episode. There's the serum, there's the fact that it showed up, like, out of all the places, it showed up right in front of Mikasa, as if it was a saving grace for Mikasa. So yeah, I speculated a lot last week, and I'm really getting into this to the whole theory thing. Like, I've noticed, like I did with Buffy, I have done with the OA, and I am doing so with Attack on Titan. So yeah, it was pretty hectic last episode. So I'm really excited to see what goes down. Like, because I'm sure they've still got to get back to, I think it was the headquarters, wasn't it? Because they couldn't get there, especially since they were since their gas supply for their maneuver gear was pretty much dead. Yeah, so I think they've got to get there, and yeah, I'm really excited to check out this episode, as well as the reactions from Mikasa confronting that good Titan, because like I said, it didn't go after, it could have gone after it, like, if it was just a rogue Titan, I'm still certain that it could have consumed the humans anyways, as well as attack the Titans. But no, it was protecting Mikasa from other Titans. So yeah, interesting times are upon us. But yeah, let's get into episode number 4. Not episode 4, because we've got that. It's part 4 of the Battle of Trost arc. This is episode 8 of season 1 of Attack on Titan. Let's go. Because I don't know if Armin would be able to take on that Titan, just that sword. You won't, Armin. You won't. Oh, nice. Like, piggyback off the Titan, basically. Just do Donkey from Shrek. Hey, big Titan! Well, it's not like they'll be alive to do something about it, isn't it? Like, if they do die, if this plan does fail. Because there'll be Titan food. Yum yum. Oh my god, I heard that. Ah, shoot, Sean! Oh, shit! Holy shit! That was close. Oh! Got his mate! Damn it! He's gonna crash. Okay, he's gonna crash through the window. Just be careful where you land. Yeah. It's basically buffet for them. No. Nothing's ever impossible. Oh shit, there we are! Our friend! See, nothing's impossible! Nice! Holy shit, did he bang two? Yes! Woo! It's all going back to Jean's. This can't be possible. But sometimes dreams can be a reality.
それが現実的に私たちが生き残るための最善策。天井に隠れていた7人が発砲のタイミングに合わせて巨人の急所に切り替え。
Nice. And they won't see it coming whatsoever because they'll be.
1回のみの攻撃に全てを全員の命をかけること。
According to plan. This has to work.
7人が7体の巨人を一撃で同時に仕留めるための作戦なんだ。
So they have to do it in unison.
自信を持って。あるには正解を導く力がある。私もエレンもその力に命を救われた。
I am starting to see that Armin does good with strategy, like how he managed to utilize that rogue titan to lead them back to HQ. Yes. It might be their kink, you never know. Just saying. This is not creepy at all, is it? Oh my god! That ain't creepy! You might want to stay back. This is not going to be nice. Yeah, this is not going to be pretty for you. Here we go. Right. Let's do this. All in unison. No, leave Sasha alone! Leave Sasha alone! Shit! Yes. Don't be. Revel in this moment, this hope. Like Armin, he's able to strategize effectively. Give Jean that little bit of boost. He's been in a bit of a shaky headspace. Oh no, no, no! No! Leave our Titan alone! Exactly. Come on, Jean. Think of the benefits you can get with that Titan. Oh no. Oh damn, yeah! Yeah, boy! Oh shit, his arm! Like, this Titan's pissed and he's getting yeeted.
What?
This guy's got it. Oh, no, he doesn't. It's bloody Eren! Yes! Yeah! Survived. And he's got his arm back. Holy my heart. Holy. You gonna rescind your comments, Jean? He did. Oh, this is gonna be interesting to see his approach on Eren now, because we had that Jean Eren rivalry. And, like, he's even shook about the fact that Eren's done all of this. Holy crap. So, yeah, but I think this episode does go to show that that there's no such thing as impossible, because we had Jean, who was skeptical about his plan on turning back once the Titans had their backs turned to headquarters, and once the base was a bit compromised with the wall being exposed. He was like, I knew this was an impossible this should have been an impossible plan. Why did I not think this through? Why did I rely so much on hope? But as evident, hope did prevail in the form of Eren. And it is so funny how on both occasions Eren was the catalyst to determining that the word impossible doesn't exist, that anything is possible, because as Armin expressed, he should have been dead. How is he still alive? But he took the form of that. What I found really interesting, though, was how Eren was the Titan. Like, he didn't, like, his body didn't regress to his original state. It was like two entities in one. It was like two entities being one. We had the Titan version of Eren, and then inside the neck was Eren. It was like controlling controlling a mech unit, if anything. That's the way I took it, with Eren being in the neck and then him emerging. So yeah, but that makes things even more interesting. Like, of course he's still gonna think like Eren, but like, is Eren in human form projecting his thoughts like to the Titan? I'm not so sure. This is why we're gonna find out more answers about Eren being a Titan, because I found it very, very peculiar about how Eren was in Titan form. Like I said, he didn't regress into a smaller version of Eren. There was like a version of Eren inside the neck. So yeah, so many questions, but we got our theories, and proven true, proven true. And he's regained his arm and a leg, and it, well, I'd say being a Titan did cost him an arm and a leg, but yeah, that would have made it for a shitty joke because he got it back, so yeah. But still, happy days! Hope prevails, because we needed that hope. We got hope. Huzzah! I am so happy that it is Eren. Yay! Because I would have looked like a total fool if I was so... Well, then again, it's that hope, isn't it? And I guess this episode, like I said, this episode proves that hope is not always too optimistic. Sometimes dreams do become a reality. And for Mikasa and for Armin, that dream of having Eren once again is here. Because, and not just that though, but being able to pilot a Titan, it seems. I'm not, like I said, it will be very interesting to go into how becoming a Titan does work, because I'm not so sure if he somehow managed to take. I don't know, because it's so interesting. We saw him get consumed by that old Titan. And I'm not, and it just makes you think: how did he manage to escape if he did? Um, or did he somehow take the form, like, or somehow grow out of? Because that's the only thing. It's not like these Titans can change their appearance, I'm guessing. So he would have either have to have grown out of the Titan, which I wouldn't blame this show for doing. Like, if a body just emerged from another body and you see all the blood and guts and all of that, yeah, you wouldn't blame the show for going that route. Um, yeah, that's what I'm leaning to, but it is so interesting to to see that shot though, because that was because of course the elephant in the room was, oh, is this Eren? Yay, it's Eren. Oh my god, he's happy. But part of my mind was keeping tabs on, okay, so that's an interesting way he managed to emerge from that Titan. It's not like his, like I said, it's not like his body shrunk to normal size. He just came out of that Titan, like of his Titan self, as if he was piloting a mech unit or something. So, yeah, but it will be very very interesting to go into to Eren's perspective from here on, because um we saw throughout this episode, like, the people were contemplating, okay, we'll use Eren, we'll use Titan Eren as a weapon, um, because they wanted him to lead the way to headquarters, which Eren was able to help them out with. But I gotta say, I loved some of the visuals that were pulled off when Eren was fighting against the other Titans. It was so hardcore, and I really loved it. And I'm sure there was one moment where, which did, I don't know, it kind of reminded me of the move Annie pulled on Eren, which Eren then utilizes on Jean. So I don't know if that was exactly it, but it kind of did remind me of that move, if you get what I mean. So I think that kind of did further my theories that, okay, it's Eren, definitely. Um, but yeah, it will be very interesting because um we've seen the reactions from everyone, from Mikasa, Arnie, Jean especially, because it's going to be very interesting to go further into him, and he was a standout in this episode as well. But it will be very interesting to go on to his perspective, because he was, before the reveal, he was so adamant that all Titans were the same. And then he sees Eren, and he's going to be flabbergasted. So, not just that though, but him and Eren have a history anyways. So yeah, it's going to be great to go further into him, as well as overall, because he was a standout in this episode. I'll get to him in a minute, but yeah, it will be interesting to see, like, the officials, because there's going to be people who are going to distrust Eren. There's going to be people who are going to be thinking, well, if he's a Titan, and we've had this, like, they're not going to, like, some people might be, oh, this is great, but some people might reflect to the war against the Titans and think, well, I'm distancing myself from Eren. He's a potential liability, because he and it might make people think certain things, like, uh going back to my theory in the last episode, what if Titans are the evolved state of humanity? So it might make people worried, that we are fighting basically a civil war against a more evolved species of humanity, for example. um but there might be officials who might be willing to interrogate Eren, because um, we know that the the humans are, limited on knowledge about the Titans. So they might think, well, if he's a Titan, then maybe we can get some vital information to help us against our in our campaign against the Titans. So and we know how ruthless the leaders can be. Like that guy who was yelling Pixis in episode 5. Um, he there's a lot of people who are more official based. They don't see highly of the human race and think they are better off getting consumed, and would rather protect their own assets. So yeah, it will be very interesting to see the reception of everyone who finds out that Eren is a Titan. So yeah, but also Eren's thought process as well, because he's definitely going to be an interesting topic. This is going to be something that you will not be able to shrug under the rug for like forever, basically, because this is a game changer. So it'll be very, very interesting to see what happens from here on. But yeah, I really enjoyed a lot of aspects about this episode, especially the plan to take back the supply chamber, um, where they were able to refill their tanks because of the plan that did work, but it could have gone a lot better. There was a moment where my heart did skip a few beats when Sasha looked like she was going to get it, because I do like Sasha. Sasha's one of my favorite characters. So yeah, the plan didn't go down to like 5 out of 5, but it worked. So yeah, it was just a little blip, as they call it. But yeah, I really, really loved a lot of the mindset focus that was implemented in this episode, because we had people strategizing about taking back the supply chamber with people on the lift blinding the Titans, um, and the others attacking from behind, as well as, oh, we can use that Eren Titan. They didn't say that, but we're calling it Titan Eren. But yeah, we can use that Rogue Titan to um, basically be the driving force against the other Titans. Not just that, though, but we can learn a few things, because we had Jean, who was a bit skeptical about this. But yeah, I want to talk about Armin and Jean, because both were praised about the intellect behind their strategies, and I do feel like they are different and yet the same. They are both characters who are not strong, but they make up for it in terms of wisdom. They pulled out great strategies. Like Armin had that strategy in order to use Eren to get to headquarters, and it worked pretty decently. Um, and Armin is a lot is very, very emotional when it comes. This is what I'm talking about, the differences between Jean and Armin, yet they're the same. Um, he's more emotional, and I was wondering if he was going to kill himself at the beginning, where he said, "Please, can I have one sword, because I'm going to take on a Titan by myself." Um, and we know that Armin is not particularly the best fighter. He's frozen a hell of a lot of times. So I'm not so sure if he was going. Like, I don't think he was. There was a part of me that was thinking, I don't think he was going to kill. He was going to take on a Titan, because he freezes under that situation. So I was thinking, I think he might use that sword for something else, and it might be because not just is it, I guess, characteristic with Armin's character, but this episode does play on directly from the previous episodes, where everyone was contemplating taking their like feeling that hopelessness, which I do love that this episode and last episode has that huge contrast, doesn't it? Like, you had the hopelessness in episode 7, you have the hopefulness in episode 8. But yeah, Armin's not exactly the character who would be willing to fight. Well, he is, but like, he doesn't have that drive like Mikasa has, for example. So yeah, Jean also had like I said, a good strategy going on with him, like when to get back to HQ when the Titans had their backs turned, which played out good. There were casualties, and that was eating up inside. Pardon the pun, eating Jean up inside because he is also emotional, but not in the same vein as Armin. Like, he's more hostile in terms of his emotions. Like, for example, he did lash out at the supply team, and they were saying they were compromised, and he had that all Titans are the same mindset, as well as the fact that he is his own worst critic because he beat himself up, and he had his buddy saying, don't beat yourself up because you actually did good. Yes, there were some costs, but I think in a situation like this, there is that potential that you're going to lose people. And the thing is, Jean's mindset is so harsh to himself that he is expecting things to go out perfectly. He needs things to go perfectly without any casualties for this to be successful. Like, it's like that color inside the lines thing. If you color outside the lines, then it's gonna be a wreck potentially. So, yeah. So I really did like the mindset that Jean and Armin are the same in terms of they come up with some great wisdom. Yet they are different as well, because of how Armin's more emotional and Jean is more hostile. So yeah. Um, the team, like, because the team spoke of the benefits of learning from the Titans, but Jean was not willing to risk it. Again, throwing that hostility because he was the only one who was vocal about, no, we can't do this. All Titans are the same. So, yeah, he's pretty much the dark cloud on the sunny day. Not to say that as in bad terms, but um, it's just his confidence is shot. Like, he's demanding perfection from himself. Like, if he's gonna take authority, he's telling himself mentally, "You got to do this perfect, buddy. Otherwise, to fail." That's what we saw in this episode. He was beating himself up. He's his own worst critic. So yeah, and I'm glad that he had his friend commend him about, you know what, it might have not gone perfect, but you still did a good strategy. I'm still alive, which goes to show I mean, it's pretty egotistical, but the alternative was standing around, calculating ideas in your head, and then potentially being Titan food. Whereas he managed to get away. There were casualties, but it was better than the alternative. So that's what he was getting at. So I really liked how his buddy was saying, yes, there were casualties, but but it's going to happen in a scenario like this. And I think you did a really good job at leadership. So yeah, I really like the focus we got on Jean in this episode, in terms of um, going inside his mindset and getting into that emotion, because you do feel a bit bad if he's beating himself up like this, and you do feel a bit bad for Armin as well, especially since he was potentially going to kill himself, um, and how emotional he is. Anyways, he was beating himself in the previous episode, so I do think that first scene where he was like, "Can I have a sword?" It was more to do with the fact that he was contemplating suicide, um, and I think Mikasa got wind of this. Like, Mikasa knew Armin was going to do that Armin was bullshitting, so she was like, "Yeah, you're not dying today, soldier." So, yeah, but it will be very interesting to go into Eren's story, because there's some interesting things I'm gonna find out, especially with how being a Titan works. Um like how does that work? Like in terms of, do you grow out of the Titan you were consumed of, or like just the dynamic in general? Because like I said, him birthing from that from his Titan form was just really interesting. So yeah, I don't know if it's like a kind of a cocoon or something, because he managed to be, because he's able to have his arm and leg back. So yeah, And and I don't think he can use that body again, but he's able to turn into a Titan again. Just there's going to be a lot of Eren Titan corpses, isn't there? So yeah. But yeah, like I said, that's going to be a very interesting topic to delve into. But yeah, this was a solid episode of Attack on Titan. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check out my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Feeds channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!